How you find what you focus on if you look hard enough. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a story about a shell. Hi, it's Maria Quattrone, and this is a little story about how you find what you focus on if you look hard enough. So, the other day, over the weekend on Sunday, we took a walk on the beach from where we sit unto the point in Longport, which is about 3 miles up and back. So not too far, but a nice walk. And I said to my husband, I want to find a shell. He's like, all the shells are broken. They're all broken. There's no shells. Every shell we walk by for a mile and a half and a mile and a half, everything was broken. So I kept looking because I had faith that I was going to find a shell. And I believed that if I looked hard enough, that I would find a shell. And literally, there are no shells. I'm walking and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm staring down and I'm picking up shells and they're broken. And I pick up another shell and it's broken. And I'm walking for about a mile now. And I'm looking and looking. And I've been looking for shells on the beach. There used to be, I don't know, back in the day, a lot of shells on the beach. You'd have to like walk over them and you could pick up shells all the time. They were everywhere. But now there's no more shells. The shells and the ones that are there are all broken into pieces. I was wondering what happened to all the shells, of why they're not there anymore and why they're broken into little pieces. And I thought, well, maybe it was when they dredged the water. I'm really not quite sure how that all works. But I kept looking and looking, and then I found a shell. I said, oh my God, I found a shell. And Chip was like, oh my God, that's so cool, because literally there are no shells. And so I got the shell and I felt like faith, believing, and finding what you focus on. So I said, I wonder if I could find another shell. And I looked down and I saw another shell and I picked it up and there was another shell intact. So we kept walking and I kept looking. I kept looking for more shells. And then I found another shell. Amidst no shells, amidst thousands of pieces of broken shells. Thousands of pieces of broken shells, literally, in a 3-mile walk. So I'm sharing this story with you today because what we focus on, we will find if we look hard enough and we focus long enough and we stay consistent in our drive for whatever it is that we want, whether it's in our personal life or it's in our professional life. We find what it is that we spend our time and energy on and how determined we are to find that shell. So what happened was I ended up finding on this walk 6 shells. 6. And guess what? Every shell was different. Not one shell looked alike. They all were different sizes, different colors, different shapes, different textures. And that's like all of us. We're all unique. We all are our own different shell, and no shell looks alike. And none of us look alike. We may look alike, maybe in some ways, on the exterior, we might resemble each other, especially for family, but none of us has our unique blueprint. And none of those shells had the same blueprint. They were all different. And so we as humans are all different. But if we stay on the path to keep looking and searching what we are looking for, we will eventually find it. So maybe say it's a little bit of a needle and a haystack. Perhaps. But if we don't quit and we keep looking and we keep searching and focusing and being consistent and determined with persistence and with grace and humility, we will find what we're looking for. So, moral of the story is don't ever give up. There's always a way, there's always a solution. That's why our number one core value at MQA is to be the solution. So go find your shell. Go find what makes you unique and stay with it. And don't ever give up.